Good morning, everybody. Welcome back. My name is Sandra, and today we're going to go through the last part of the prep work for 2025 in my Cultivate What Matters School Planner. Very excited that we are going to be all done. This took a long time and with good reason, because it's important to spend time prepping for the year ahead. We need to know exactly what we're doing so that we are organized and we're ready to start the year, and it's going to be a fantastic year, you guys. Okay, so we left off with, I believe it was goal number 5. So we have goal number 6, and let's see, 7 and 8. And then we're going to go ahead and schedule some of the things that I know for the upcoming months. So let's see here. I know we had our goals, so I'm just going to continue. I said use up products, and then work challenge is going to be the next one. So let's go ahead and write those down. All right, guys, we're all done. So I'm going to talk about the last 3 goals before we move on to the next part. So the first goal that we wrote here was challenge myself with work. So there's a few things that I know that I can kind of grow into, I guess. I feel like for a while, I can't remember when it was it last year, maybe 2 years, 3 years ago, I was really getting deep into like what I could do to improve my channel, talking like or watching YouTube videos about different things with my channel. And then I kind of lost touch with those YouTubers. Now I don't even remember their names, but they pretty much kind of helped to expand your knowledge base on like how to create content. And now I think I've just gotten so busy with creating the content and like responding to comments and making the videos that I kind of lost track of that, and I haven't really improved myself and improved worked on things that I could improve. Like I don't even know because I haven't had time to research it. I kind of sometimes feel like a chicken with my head cut off, running around, flapping its wings. I know that's a terrible sight, but honestly, like I feel like I've just gotten too busy with all the things to learn more about what I want to do. So part of that would be um, moving into the personal professional growth aspect, which is the next goal. And I want to incorporate more of that into my work life too. So I want to be able to reach, and I don't know if this is a doable goal. I would say like to keep things like, more doable, I would say 4,000, but I want to challenge myself. So I'm going to brainstorm ways to like reach 5,000 subscribers for next year. So that means 2,000 in 1 year. You think that in some cases, there's exponential growth on YouTube. So, you first start out really slowly because you don't have that much like sway, like nobody knows about you. And then all of a sudden you shoot up. That's how it should be. And that's how it is for a lot of people. But for some people, it just isn't. But I'm hoping that for myself, I can do that. Um, so, a big thing about work is I want to make sure that my desk space is tidy because if my area of my workspace is clean and tidy, I'll be more motivated to do stuff. So I want to have my planner charms or my planner clips laid out on my desk beside me so that I can go pick one when it comes time to do another monthly setup or, have my binders on my shelf clearly out and like really organized and nice, or my planner perfect leathers or something. So I just want to make sure that things are organized. I'm looking at new ways to organize things and get new organizing like tools, whether that's like, an actual organizer or, just a new way of doing things or organizing, whatever. Talk about organizing a lot. How many times can I say that word? Um, but I also wouldn't mind like maybe if people are interested in more vlogging content, try to do more vlogs this year. Maybe go back to my update videos. I wouldn't mind doing that. Maybe, I don't know, once a month, once a week. I don't know how that looks. Start live videos. I have never done a live stream. It worries me a little bit because I'm like, I don't have a moderator. All I have is my phone, which I record on, and then I have my computer. So, I mean, technically, I could have my computer to look at the comments that would be in front of me, and then my phone would be here. And I don't have a different type of program for live. I would just use like YouTube Live. So I don't know how that looks like because my phone would be top down. So I would have like this would be live. So I don't know how that would look like. Yeah. And then also like working with other brands. So I've got a couple of I've actually had quite a few like this year. I've had a lot of people reach out, a lot of different companies reach out, and I usually ignore the email because I'm so busy already. Like I don't know, and it's hard for me to commit to anything because I've got young kids. So to have anything with a timeline, like a specific timeline where I'm like, okay, now I feel like I've got a deadline. I have to do this at this time. I like working for myself and I don't want to have to answer to anybody, if that makes sense. So, but I am all about collaborations and working with other people to help other people out. You do me a favor, I do you a favor, and then we each help each other out, like, and it's mutually, it's a mutual benefit for each of us. So that sounds good to me. And I don't mind doing stuff like that. Um, but yeah, the biggest one is to reach 5,000, but I want to be able to, like, what am I going to do to get there? I guess is the question. So I want to watch videos. And that's part of, again, the learning and the growth process. But I want to get new ideas for videos, for new like sticker ideas and new charm ideas. And again, blog ideas, because that one's always a constant challenge. And I also have to respond to this thing. It's Shopify collabs. I applied for it, so I have to continue doing that. And yeah, just a few things this year. I mean, there'll probably be more things that will come up throughout the year. Okay, and then the next goal, personal, professional growth and learning. So again, this ties in very closely to work. So I want to be able to either do a course. I know Jane's Agenda is going to be continuing their productivity course until March. That's the last month of the course. So it's been a whole year long. We started in April of 2024. And I've been reading lots and lots of books, learning lots of new things, which is very good. and I want to potentially take a QuickBook course to learn how to take care of my business. I don't use QuickBooks, I use something else, but I mean, it would be nice to have, and you get a certificate at the end of it. And then potentially a new Jane's Agenda course. I don't know what that looks like, but I mean, I'd be excited to see what it's all about. And then maybe change my editing program. I use iMovie right now, but I wouldn't mind using something else. So I'd take a look at that and just kind of research it. I know every other program costs money, so that's always a factor. I have to figure out what I want to do. Maybe start listening to podcasts, which I, again, haven't had time to do. I could listen to that in my car when I'm traveling. I don't travel that often. I just take my son to school. And usually my kids are honestly too loud to listen to anything, but there's maybe opportunity there. And then just read more books. I'm going to add that 100 book challenge, which is also part of self-care. So I put that here as well. But I want to add any nonfiction books I read, like through the Jane's Agenda course, any books I read, they count towards that goal. So, okay, and finally moving on to the last goal. This is self-care, meditation, and solitude. So I want to figure out like not necessarily a schedule, but I do want to make time. So I want to kind of time block, if you will. It's hard for me to time block because, again, I have little kids, and most of the things that I do are pretty sporadic. They're sporadic and they are last minute. So it's not like I sit down during my monthly plan with me and I'm like, okay, this day I'm going to go get a manicure and pedicure. This day I'm going to have a hot bath. This day I'm going to read this book or whatever. I can't do that because it would be different if I could schedule myself a 5 to 1 workday or a 5 to 10 workday or whatever. If I worked 4 hours a day, 4 hours a day, like concentrated work, focused work for that full 4 hours, I would get everything done. But because I've got my little kids coming to me like, Mom, I want breakfast. Mom, I want this. Mom, I want that. It's hard. I get distracted very easily. And we all know that when you get distracted, it's hard to get refocused again, and you waste time doing that. And then let alone when I get distracted with the Facebook videos or TikTok videos, that's hard too. So I want to make more time for mindfulness, right? Like this is part of kind of like mindfulness and, being mindful of how I spend my time. Like I don't want to be wasting it. I would rather be taking a bath and reading a book. I mean, I can multitask when I do these things. I don't have to just do them individually. So I would like to be able to do some of these things. So like having a bath, having a dance party, just to relieve some stress. In my living room, even reading a book, having a mani-pedi, meditating, bird watching in springtime, laying in the sun, having some quiet time, like my morning right now. I've got quiet time to film this video for you guys, but I'm working. I'm not having personal time, like time to just myself. I would like to be able to work out and maybe watch the news or listen to a podcast or something in the morning, but I'm usually working. I have to really take advantage of this time because any other time my kids are like crazy. They're crazy kids. So maybe getting more rest, keeping my spaces organized. I think that's a big one to keep anxiety down and to keep calm is to work in a clean and organized environment. And then that will really help keep you focused on task and not have your mind wander. And like, part of you is like, oh, I should really clean this up. It's bugging me. I can't work in this space until it's clean. I don't want to have that. I want to have it clean and tidy and not have to worry about being distracted during my workday. And then again, journaling. So I find that a lot of times I'll journal about what I did the day before. And while that's good, I mean, I would love to have my kids go back and read that and be like, oh, this is when we did that. I also want to be more mindful. So I wouldn't mind starting to do some journaling prompts. I know Coco Daisy has journaling prompts in their journaling kit. I wouldn't mind doing that again. It's just my hand gets cramped really easy. I do a lot of writing, and my hand also goes numb a lot when I'm writing. So I have to kind of let it hang down by my side and let it relax a bit. But I wouldn't mind being a little bit more intentional, more mindful when I'm writing as well. Intentional. I love those words. But yeah, practice solitude. So journaling for me is a form of solitude. I wrote a blog on it. It was a short one, but I mean, it really is. It kind of centers you and it kind of focuses you. You can write down what your focus is for the day. And even do having a journaling prompt is kind of cool because, you can write down things again later on when your kids go back and read that. They'll be like, oh, wow, I didn't know mom thought this or mom did that or whatever, right? I think that's really cool for it to be like a memory exercise as well. So, okay, so that is it for my goals. I am so happy with being able to say that I finished that, and also um, just to just to be able to have those things written down, and especially the family one. I think like the first three are, well, they're all important. I mean, they're all important to have a very balanced lifestyle, but the first three for me are really maybe the fourth because you can't enjoy your family and health unless you have a clean home and um, you know you need to have your home organized. I wouldn't mind bringing the kids in to like cleaning more. Did I write that down? I want to have, I think it was like the home, the health, or no, the home and hearth. I put it in. So I put in, where was it? Chore chart. So I wouldn't mind doing that. So I'm just going to write that down. Bring kids into a cleaning routine. With a chore chart. Like right now, again, it's kind of sporadic and it's kind of like, oh, well, I've got a garbage. Here you go, Connor. You're available. Take this outside. So I want to make it, have my kids start coming, like, I want them to have a little bit more responsibility. And I always found it a challenge with my son. So my oldest son is 10. He's getting more responsible, but he also has ADHD, and like there's learning disabilities that I can't remember the name of them, but he saw a psychologist last year and like learning therapist, like behavior therapists and movement therapists, and he has problems with movement, so it's hard for him to like throw a ball, for example. He's not. It's called coordinated behavior. Coordinated something. I can't remember what the doctor and the psychologist called it, but anyway, he has trouble doing some things, and like if I tell him to do something, like first of all, I mean it was partly ADHD. Like I can be like Connor, 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 and he won't like answer. So like you think that he's being really rude, but actually it's just because he's not focused. So you have to like go up to him, tap his shoulder, and say, Connor, I'm trying to talk to you. And then he's like paying attention. So it's hard for me because like I'll be upstairs and the dogs will be needing to go outside and I'm with my baby. So I'll yell down to him like, Connor, can you let the dogs out? And he'll be like, what? And he won't like really hear and then he won't do it. Or he'll let them out, but then he forgets to let them back in. So like it's kind of been a challenge in that regard. And my 4-year-old daughter is learning quicker. Like I find it such a vast difference. And it's definitely been a learning curve for me and my husband. Like, I mean, we've had to go through a lot in the last few years to like learn to see where he's at. And especially last year, I think I learned more about everything because I kind of like dove into like the learning disabilities that he has, and I learned more about everything. So for me, it's been a challenge with school and even his behavior at home. Like kids are more likely to not be as like good at home than they are at school. So it's been difficult that way. And now my kids are fighting because they're at the age where they can fight and call each other names, and it's just been a struggle. But I'm hoping that with age, hopefully it improves a bit. And my daughter is learning to become very responsible. Like she wants to start cooking herself. She likes to microwave her own stuff, and she's only 4. Like she can't. She's tall. Like she's almost taller than a 6-year-old. But and like I have 2 nieces who are like a year and 2 years older than her, and she's taller than them and bigger. So it's funny because she like passes her hand me downs to them. um, but yeah, I think when she goes to kindergarten next year, it's going to be really good for her. She's going to love it. And then my baby is going to miss her because she won't be here. But yeah, I don't know. I think I think involving the kids more in chores and making them more responsible for stuff. So, something as simple as putting away your dirty dishes in the dishwasher properly and like, the mom way properly, not just like throwing them on top weirdly. Um, Not that I'm like too overzealous or anal when it comes to stuff like that, but there is a right way and a wrong way to load a dishwasher, right? So anyway, let's move on because I could keep talking. You guys know me. Let's move on to this page. So this is pacing ourselves for success. Okay, so there's some things that we're going to be doing throughout the year in different months and different seasons, and this page um, kind of helps with that. So, for example, like I can't go camping in January. I can go camping in June or July or August. So we'll be doing that probably July, August, because that's when my summer holidays start. Um, Actually, let's go back to school. I forgot to put back to school in here. Things always change for me, like in the middle of summer holidays, my planner changes. Things are a little bit more laid back. We can sleep in more. So we always get more sleep in summer, which is nice. Okay, but I'm going to go ahead and start brainstorming here. So I'm going to write down some things and then we'll come back and chat and then we'll be all done. I'll be right back. Okay, guys, I think this is not an exhaustive list of things, but I think I figured out for the majority that of the things I wanted to do, or that we need to do. One of the biggest things I wanted to put birthdays on here, which I did. I also wanted to put holidays or like, like Valentine's Day, like any special days that we do things for, like Thanksgiving, Valentine's, that kind of thing, St. Patty's. I want to celebrate St. Patty's more of this year. Um, but like looking at this, the busiest months look like they're January and May. Like, isn't that nuts? Guaranteed it's January and May. We're also going to put yard winterization. It's usually in October. Um, but yeah, so let's see. Vehicle there. So lots of ideas, lots of things, and we registered our son in skating. So not hockey, not yet. He's in a learn to skate program, and so it goes from January, February, and March. And so that'll be new and exciting. It's on every Thursday. So I'll put that on here too. And I was trying to get my daughter registered in gymnastics. That would be about the same time, but I'm trying to find a time slot. So still looking into that. But it's about the same price as skating. It's about $200, $250 for the year for the 3 months. So okay, so that's it for that. Kind of walking things through quickly. So January, I've got kindergarten registration for my daughter. My baby has a CF clinic, filing cabinet clean out, basement. And when I say basement, I'm talking about like the area where we put our Christmas decorations. So since we'll be putting all that stuff away, it's a fine time to kind of organize and just make sure it's all like the stuff I want garbage, I'm going to throw it out before I put it away this year. Last year, I just kind of like, the last couple years, we had our son December 30th. So that year was like, put everything away as quickly as we can. And then that same day that we were putting away the decorations, I got called in to be induced. So that was crazy. That was busy. Um, yeah, we had that. And planner cleanup finalization. So, like, what I'm going to do is kind of clean up and tidy up my planner and just kind of like rewrite some of the things I have in there that I don't, or maybe like reference some of the reference material I can move elsewhere if I don't need it. I'm just going to like, minimize everything, simplify everything. Desk space clean, have New Year's goals resolutions, which we already kind of have. List and prep for goals. So everything that I want to make a list for, I'm going to write it out in January and then have a goal plan for finances. Okay, and then we've got skating, potentially gymnastics, and we also have a Vancouver trip in January. It's January 2nd and 3rd, I believe. Okay, so February is Valentine's, my son's birthday, and skating. March, spring, my birthday, spring cleaning, tax time, daylight savings, St. Patty's, another Vancouver trip, and skating again. And then in April, spring cleaning, basement, tax deadline, Easter, and another CF clinic for my baby. May is busy. So it's my daughter's birthday, May 1st. We're going to Vancouver again, clean out the garage. Did I put clean out vehicles? Yeah, I did. So the garage, vehicles, spring yard prep, buy plants and flowers, do the planting, have a plan for the garden, of course. Victoria Day long weekend, Mother's Day, and my friend's birthday. June is getting ready for the summer holidays, and yard care and Father's Day. So I guess I should put yard care for these months too, because honestly, I have to think about fertilizing and watering the plants. And I wouldn't mind doing the grass too this year. We won't be putting in new sod or anything, but even if I could use some like grass seed, maybe we'll see how that goes. Or for grass fertilizer, I don't know. So July, Canada Day, we'll have K days. July 15th is my son's grandpa's birthday. Camping, another Vancouver trip, I think, CF clinic and yard care. August, civic long weekend, camping, Chad's birthday, back to school prep and yard care. And then, of course, September is back to school. My friend's birthday, Labor Day, my niece's birthday, my nephew's birthday, yard care, back to school. And then October is another Vancouver CF clinic, Thanksgiving, my sister's birthday, Halloween, my father-in-law's birthday, yard winterization, and vehicle winterization. So just making sure everything is good for winter. Oh yeah, we're trying to get new tires for our vehicles this year too. We'll see how that goes. November is my mom's birthday, ready for holiday prep. Aurora's birthday, which is my niece's birthday, Remembrance Day and winter prep. And then December is also Christmas shopping, buy tree, and holiday decorations. And winter prep, I mean also holiday prep, Christmas. That would mostly be like my planners and getting everything ready for Christmas, that kind of thing. So December, Christmas Eve, my nephew's birthday, mother-in-law's birthday, my brother-in-law's birthday. Oh, I forgot to put my sister-in-law, my son's birthday, Christmas shopping, buy the tree, and holiday deco. So we also have to go back to July. So July 15th is not, no, is that Mark's birthday? No, his birthday is the 13th. And then my sister-in-law's is the 15th. Wow, there's so many birthdays that we have to keep track of right now. Okay, so that's it. But anyway, this kind of gives me a starting out point. So, like, I would like to be able to come to these pages when I'm like, okay, what are we doing in July? Or what are we doing in January? And then I can add this stuff to my Power Sheets tending list. And I think this is a great idea for that. So, if I have more ideas, I will come back here and I will add to this or refer to it. My word for 2025 is simplify. So, my word of the year, and why I chose it, clean. I want to clean up my life. Um, Minimize where I spend time. So, what I mean by that is, for example, simplify, minimize. If you have a messy desk, right? You're spending more time cleaning it up or worrying about where to find things. I don't want to have to do that. I just want it to be nice and clean. And this is kind of like an analogy for my life. I don't want to have to worry about the things that don't matter as much. I want to maintain organization and like simplify everything so that I can spend more time on what matters, like my family, going out with my family, like I did yesterday. If I had a better routine, if I had woken up earlier, because I did sleep in yesterday, if I'd had a better routine, I would have had all of my stuff done and it wouldn't have piled over to today. Now, today it's like crazy busy. Um, and I could have still spent that time with my family because we went to the mall and we went shopping together and we were out for 5 hours and everything at home didn't get done. So I want to minimize where I spend my time so that I spend my time on the most important things. Okay, that's what's important to me this year. All right, so that's it. So I'm not going to do this visualization page. This is a place where you can put pictures. You can even just write down words. It says collage, sketch, paint, or sticker a vision for your year. So it's like a vision board. You can make a vision board any way. You can put one on your wall. You can use like a pin board. You can use a whiteboard. It doesn't matter. And yeah. And this, I'm not sure what this is. I don't know what this is. Let's see. Imperfect progress. Write down a few reminders of past wins. That's okay. I'm good. I don't need to do that page. But the next step is January. And we will do that soon. So we've got the monthly reset page, calendar page, the routine reset. So I haven't written out no routines for myself, weekly rhythm ideas, the break it down page, the tending list, and then the month in review. Okay, so that is it for our Power Sheets prep. I hope you guys enjoyed these sessions with me. I know that I think they're really beneficial. I think these, even if you've done it before, it's nice to have a fresh new Power Sheets because it kind of gives you motivation to like, instead of just falling back and being like, it's just in a notebook, it's not that important. It's something to like follow and track. But the trick is you have to follow and track. You have to follow up with it. It's fine if you miss a day, but it is harder to build habits if you start missing days. And I find that like I'm always checking my Power Sheets every single day. It's part of my morning routine. And it's just a matter of getting into a routine. You guys will be fine. But I hope you did get some benefit out of this following along with me, and I hope you enjoyed the videos. Feel free to go back and start again from scratch. Of course, I'll have these linked and they'll be on my channel. Um, they're under a playlist, so you guys can go back and look. And I also have my playlist from like previous years. I've got them on there as well. So if you want to go back and look, you can check those out. And I hope you guys have a wonderful year. I hope that your goals set you up for success. And thank you again for joining me on this Power Sheets journey. I'm very happy that you're here to watch these videos. So, without further ado, if you enjoyed the video, please give it a thumbs up. If you are new, I would love if you would consider subscribing. We work on goals and planning and um, all those fun things because planning is fun, or at least it should be. Okay, also click on the bell button to be notified when I upload new videos, and I will see you guys again very soon. You know it. Have a great one, you guys. Take care of yourselves, work hard, play hard, and we'll talk to you soon. Bye.